Hi there guys, I'm Mark Gardner. I'm the head of trading here at Maqro Capital. I produce this weekly index report. It's part of the trading department. So look, I'm going to run you through how this report works and how I go about producing it. So look, firstly we're going to go through the technicals here. So essentially I've got a long-term bias and a dominant technical in the daily. So my long-term bias basically is what I think is going to happen over the next preceding months. The dominant technical daily is the dominant technical overlay for the market generally. So at the moment the long-term bias I've got here is the upward trend, which essentially means that I think the market overall long-term is a buy. The dominant technical daily upward trend as well means that we've still maintained a trend channel upwards. So, and then we've got down below here the 3 to 5 day bias. So given the trading report is a bit more for active traders and short-term traders, I'm putting in my 3 to 5 day bias there. This week it's long. With the dominant technical hourly being long as well. So use a combination of RSI, Bollinger Bands, and I look at volumes and long-term levels as well, which you'll be able to see down the bottom here. I've got my support and resistance, and you can see the trend channel there as well. So we have 100-day and 200-day moving averages on this chart as well. So you can see basically there, I think in the previous report, I mentioned buying this 100-day moving average on a couple of occasions, which as you can see here has bounced off fairly well. It's usually a fairly good indicator of support, a point of interest. So now last week in review is just it's just my general view on what happened over the previous week. Just explains a few of the stocks I've been watching, general market goings on, and pretty much lays out what's happened in the past there. Now the week ahead is pretty much comes down to what I see happening over the next week. It also has my 2 trade recommendations for the week, and obviously on the right hand side here is the event risk. So I'll put in economic figures, central bank speakers. We'll put in ex-dividends or reporting. Major reporting announcements. So all of your event risk catalysts will be listed there over the week. So obviously as I covered just before with the technical chart, we have the just the daily chart here. The grey lines across the horizontal lines are levels of generally going off the back of previous highs, previous lows, and underlying trend channel to the upside here. The 100 and 200 day moving averages, as I said, and I do like the candlestick charts. They're just a really good visual representation of of the up and down days. So that covers the general market. Apart from the first week when I produced this report, realistically, you'll get my general view on the index in the week ahead part section here. But we'll go to the second page and have a look at the weekly actual trade recommendations. So this week we had Challenger. Generally, I will always put in, given that it's released on the Monday, I'll put an entry price, or if I like it, if I just want to enter the trade, I'll put in buy market on open, which is what MOO is. I put in exits and stop losses. So, and as you can see here on the chart to the right hand side, basically it shows what where the risk reward ratio is, and also where your stop level would be. As you can see with Challenger here, it's a previous high and then a breakup point. So our entry point was here. That one's going okay at the moment as well. It's about 4% plus in the money. And then the limit order there is the where we're looking at for the first target. So the risk reward ratio there is, so you're risking 1 to 2. So you're looking at making 2 times as much as you're risking. The T2 is generally a trailing stop. So basically that a trailing stop is as the market rises, the stop rises with it. So it'll be 75 cents behind the market, but this is on the proviso that we hit target 1. So so basically, until target 1 is hit, your trailing stop doesn't come into play. You'll just stick with the $5.67 stop. Similar here with the with Vista Group, which is the cinema and movie software provider. So again, it was buy market on open, or somewhere around the open on the Monday. The buy price here I've got here is just the last traded price on the Friday afternoon. We have the stop here as well, and then you've got your first target there at 285, and when it hits that, then we would shorten the trailing stop to 40 cents. So that one's a pretty good one in terms of if it comes off. We're looking at, you're risking, $1 for every $4 you make if the trade comes off. So that is a pretty good risk reward ratio there, as you can see on the chart. We've got the stop below here, below the old lows. So if it breaks support there, we're looking to exit the trade because it's not because the trade isn't working. So and pretty much that's the long and the short of this report. It's produced every week. It comes out on the Monday, so keep track of it. I do send out a morning before the bell commentary. I keep track of these trades. So far, we're beating the index by about 3.5–4% so far in the 6 weeks we've been producing it. And we also produce a monthly report as well, which is a pretty similar style, shorter term to medium term style trades. So if you've got any questions, you can obviously email me or get in contact through the phone number that's listed on the report.